Hello, happy Sunday. So, I hope everyone had a great week. I'm sorry I missed you last week, my apologies. But thank you to those who have continued to encourage me to do this because, as I've said to them, even though I'm really doing this for myself to sort of keep myself on track, to make sure that I'm looking for joy in unexpected places, it really is nice to know that there are people out there who look forward to this. So, thank you for that. That brings me joy. So this week, this actually happened to me earlier in the week, but I'm a real estate agent, as most of you know, and real estate's a funny business because, as real estate agents, we compete against one another, right? We compete for listings and we compete for buyers, and yet at the end of the day, we have to work together to make sure these transactions come through, right? And this last week, well, it was a week and a half ago or so, when at a deal, it was a little bit of a dicey situation. And one of the things that I've learned over the years is that sometimes people just need to yell at you, right? And to yell back, it doesn't really help. It kind of just escalates the situation. So what I've learned is when people need to yell, I just let them yell at me. I know I'm not wrong. I just know that they need to vent. It doesn't always work, right? But this is kind of what I've learned. So a week and a half ago, I had another agent who was very upset about a transaction that we were involved in, and he was yelling at me and going on and on and on and on. And he got his broker involved, and the broker was on the phone with me and him, and the three of us were having this conversation, and he called me a snake. I'm not a snake, okay? Most of you know me. My world is about love, joy, and connection. And that cut me. It just, because I try not to care what people think because I can't control what other people think about me. It's none of my business, right, Jody Bach? It's none of my business what other people think about me. But it really did kind of stick, right? And then eventually he hung up. And it wasn't the way I wanted it to go. So fast forward, we had to close this past Tuesday. And Tuesday morning, I was taking the keys to this house into his office because I was representing the seller. And I was like, please don't let him be there. Please don't let him be there. Which is kind of, I know, what's the word? Gutless. I don't know. I just didn't want to run into him, right? Because the situation was bad and I just wanted to move on. So I walk in the front door to their office at 9 a.m. and who's sitting right there waiting for me? This agent. And I'm like, oh crap. So I walk in and the first thing he did was reach out his hand to shake my hand. Now with COVID, I haven't been shaking a lot of hands. But in that moment, I was like, I'm shaking his hand. So I shook his hand and we had such a good conversation. And that's kind of the point. Again, I said, I think sometimes people just need to yell. But in the end, we had this conversation and he's like, Kip, I'm sorry for some of the things I said. It's not personal. I was really upset, which is exactly what it was. He was really upset. Not at me. He was upset with the situation. But he took it out on me and I let him. And he felt better in the moment, or maybe he didn't. But at the end of the day, when he shook my hand and when I left and he was like, we're good. Because again, I have to work with this person again in the future, right? That was unexpected joy. I wanted to avoid him, right? I wanted to go in the office, drop off those keys with the receptionist and get the hell out of there. Excuse my language. That's what I wanted. But unexpectedly, he's sitting and he's waiting. And he apologized and I apologized if there was anything I did. That's joy. It was so unexpected and it was really amazing. So I wasn't looking for it. It popped up and it made the rest of my week, like the rest of the week. And even still, I'm thinking about it today, right? This moment where it could have gone really badly. I could have had a relationship with another real estate agent jeopardized over the long term. But I don't, because we got together and shook hands and it's all good. So anyways, that's my joy for the week. I hope you can look forward, jump into scenarios that you don't want to jump into, because I didn't want to jump into that and I did, and look what happened. So see where you can find joy this coming week. All right. Love to all of you, and have a great week.